First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Jets and the Detroit Lions. It's been a tradition since the early days of the NFL, and we're off on Thanksgiving Day in Detroit. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Here we go.
Ready, ready! 90, Wolf!
They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on first down. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
So add that tackle for a loss to the 2 that he had a week ago.
And you know what he's doing right now?
Smiling?
Yeah, definitely doing that. But he's also patting his guys on the back, his defensive front, because they're keeping him clean, meaning no one's getting to him as a blocker. He's able to run to the football, and the plays he's making, he's spilling them in the offensive backfield.
And he will find his...
Kind of body people away and catch the football, but not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
They'll look to throw now on first down. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 34. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
A gain of 21 yards. First down, New York.
Let's go now.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 34. Now they run from the gun with Gordon. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later. On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Switch it, switch it, switch it, switch it. Rock it, rock it. Get it.
They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
And the Jets first down.
Set, ready? 70, Indy.
First down, here's the run with Martin.
Go, 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 run.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That was a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive, but this is third down. Looking to throw. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11.
First down, Jets.
Let's go. 10-2 song. Come to my world. We want it. Come to my world. No. Check that out.
He'll look to throw here. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
On second down, they'll run with Gordon. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Only 2 yards on the carry. That's going to set up a third and long, 3rd and 15 to be exact.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Let's put that heat on the hunt. Where's 52? Block 52.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This is caught. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down. So on 4th down, Ron Rivera sends out the field goal unit. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. We're scoreless after 1. And his kick here is good. And the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0. So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
You sound like you're going negative on me.
I was.
Sounds like you're thinking the 3's just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So.
Well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
Ready. 30 base. Rap. Greystone travel. Five.
They start on the ground here at Sanders. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, D. Man up, D. Check. X3, 218, chop it. Hit it.
Right back to Sanders on 1st down. And he swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
22 jet bomber. 50 seconds to Mike. Hey, seam 6. Shoot.
Looking to throw on second down. Lane, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
50, plant.
Number 53, Mike 53. Go.
Hey, echo. Ready.
Throwing on third and long. Lane. And he's got his target. That's more. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
Well, we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the number one receiver double covered, but how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Check 53, small. Ricky,
6'6", pull it high.
49, check 49, check 49.
Big rip.
To throw on second down. Lane, he's going to air one out. And this is taken in at the 5. A big pickup of 38. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
15 line. 15 line. Protein spill.
Check 20.
Go.
They'll run with Sanders. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Lions have taken the lead. Graham Gano on for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Pick it up, G.
Hey, Charlie.
Hey, watch that. Check.
2nd and 10. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score.
Boom! That's how we do it, baby.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Down. It's 60 or. Hey, dude.
It's just me and you. It's just me.
Now back to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
You draw quarter.
Mike, 53. 53. Mike.
2nd and 11. Being chased out left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
On the draw, here's Sanders. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will pin him nicely inside the 20 as it's out of bounds at about the 14-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
He's hard. Tight dog. Hey, Orbit.
Mike 5-4.
They go.
They'll set up a throw. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. the final seconds of the first half, and the Jets are going to retake the lead. The try here for the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7.
Makes the score Jets 10, Lions 7.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So we're at halftime here in the annual Thanksgiving game in Detroit as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
80 weapons.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Set, ready? 15 line. 15 line.
I got you, son.
Hey, Haywood.
53's the mic. 53's the mic. Stop your whining. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Come on.
Fire.
From the gun on 3rd down. Lane. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. It appears they're going to come up empty on this first drive of the second half, still down by that slim margin.
Yeah, and that's okay. You know, when you sit and analyze it, they're not happy about what happened, having to go to the bench. But this gives them a chance to let their defense do some work while they on the sidelines go over what they're doing offensively and formulate a proper plan.
1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Hey, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll set up to throw. He's got a first down and more past the 30 and all the way up to the 35-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Running right, it's a handoff to Gordon. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Hey, box truck, box truck.
Back to throw here. This is intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
Ready? 8, read.
57's the mic. 57's the mic. All day, every day.
Hey, go.
Throwing on first down. Lane. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Lane. He gets this one to Johnson. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though.
Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3. Spy.
They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches. This would have been a 54-yard boot had they tried a field goal, but they will not try a field goal. They're going for it.
Check your hot read.
Topper!
He's coming. We got double up.
Going for it with Sanders. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
Hey, high 7.
53's the mic. 53. Check 53. No chance. Check. 53's mic.
Operating from the gun. Lane.
Let's go, defense.
And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass.
61, matchbox lights. 5.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Lane, nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Let's get this.
Set up, 18, Gator. Hey, check. Hit it.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Lane. This is Johnson. He's got it. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 24-yard line. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Jam.
On 1st and 10, Lane. He'll get this one to Galladay. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. It's their quarterback, keeping it himself from 8 yards out. And the Lions are once again going to retake the lead. Gano the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. We're on to the 4th here on Thanksgiving Day. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it.
And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A great play there. 79 yards as his guys are able to regain the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 17-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
He's got a first down past the 30. And finally down at the 32-yard line. It's a big play there for the Lions. Give him 53 yards on the ground.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. Sims. Inside the 20 before he's brought down. First down Lions on a pickup of 13.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on first and 10. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
It's 3rd and 11.
The Lions on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11.
Hey, wahoo!
Looking to throw. Lane. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 5.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off near the 29. That's now a 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Not the trend he wanted to start the season with a fumble lost in both weeks 1 and 2. Now, it's not a disaster, but certainly not what he was looking for.
Got to get that fixed because otherwise he shows up on every scouting report. I remember sitting in defensive rooms and hearing the scouting report from my coaches, and if someone had a particular problem carrying the ball and holding on to it, that was noted. Hey, make sure you get a little extra attention to him. Get after the football. He's dropped it the last couple of games.
25 yards to pick up there, and also a first down. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports.
Leo. Slam. Ready?
They go back to Gordon here on first down. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. Past the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this fourth quarter. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now.
Makes the score Jets 24, Lions 17.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time. Fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a tester, that's for sure, because to be that close and come away with no points is really disappointing, not just for the guys on offense, but the defensive players, too, who thought, hey, we're going to put some points up and have a little momentum going. They've got to find a way to just get it out of their minds, let it go,
short-term memory,
and move on to the next series.
It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
He's going to let it fly. It's caught inside the 25. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Hey, lock it. Watch your back.
Now a carry for Sanders. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
64.
He's back to throw. It's caught by Sanders. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal.
6-6, pull it high.
He'll look to throw. And a crusher there as it's intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
60 outlaw.
Coming to you, coming to you.
So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And it took a big fourth quarter to do it, but they were able to get the job done, and that's the bottom line.
No doubt about it. And let's face it, they had to be more than nervous in the fourth quarter. But a lot of that was their own doing. I think you observed during the game, their energy level just didn't seem to be there. But in the fourth quarter, somehow they dug deep and found that extra bit, right, that reserve tank. They hauled it out. Offense scored some points, defense held them, and lo and behold, they walk away with a win. Maybe expend a little more energy than they expected to, but they'll take it.
So for the Jets, they keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 8-3 on the year. And they'll get a few days to savor this one before they take on the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for the Lions, it's starting to look like it won't be their year as they drop to 5-6. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Honey, I dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I would not.